The world tells you to be seen, but you were forged in the quiet. You are in a room full of people who love you, and you have never felt more alone. This isn't a poetic statement. It's a physiological reality. A strange, hollow ache follows a sincere compliment. You feel like a ghost in your own life, a perpetual observer behind a one-way mirror. You are a neglected daughter, and your deepest wound is not the love you were denied, but the silent, enforced scripture written into your nervous system, the pathology of self-sufficiency. Your core archetype is not the victim, but the invisible architect. You were engineered to anticipate, to manage, to hold the emotional weather of the room without ever asking for shelter from your own storm. This is the central paradox of your existence. Your greatest survival skill, your radical emotional independence, your preternatural ability to soothe and exist without need, is the very mechanism that now sabotages your ability to feel safe, loved, and truly seen. What saved you is now starving you. You built a perfect, self-sustaining fortress to survive an emotional famine, and now you sit inside its immaculate walls, wondering why love feels like a threat. This is the legacy of chronic emotional neglect. Not the presence of harm, but the absence of necessary care. It is the empty space where validation should have been. Your childhood was likely defined by an attunement failure. Your joys were met with distracted nods, your tears with irritation or cold logic. You're too sensitive was the anthem of your youth. So you adapted brilliantly. You didn't become loud, that was too dangerous. You became silent, hyper-observant, and deeply useful. You became a master cartographer of other people's moods, muting your own internal signal to better receive the external one. Your mission, not to express, but to anticipate and neutralize. This adaptation wires your brain in three profound ways. First, through an avoidant dismissive attachment style. You learned that proximity does not equal safety, so you shut down the need for connection. Intimacy now feels smothering. You are the friend everyone leans on, but you share nothing of your own weight. Second, through emotional parentification. You were recruited silently to manage your parents' emotional world. Your own childhood was sacrificed, wiring you to believe love is transactional. I am loved for what I provide. This installs a hyper-vigilant alarm system in your amygdala, perpetually scanning for subtle shifts in others. Your nervous system hums with a low-grade chronic alert. Third, it creates alexithymia. No words for emotion. You feel with oceanic intensity, but have no language for it. No one mirrored your feelings back to you, so your inner life is a confusing somatic experience. A sudden tightness in the chest, a fog of numbness. You are a stranger in your own emotional body, an expert in everyone else's. The cost of this is a specific and profound grief. The grief for a self you never got to become. It is a phantom limb pain for the version of you allowed to be messy, needy, and joyfully selfish. Your core fear is not abandonment. You are an expert at abandoning yourself. Your terror is the fear of engulfment through need. To need is to become vulnerable to that original soul-crushing indifference. So you preemptively reject your own needs. You become your own neglectful parent. This makes simple moments agonizing. Asking for help is an admission of failure. A partner's desire for closeness feels like a test you'll fail. Your own sadness is a terrifying wordless void you rush to numb with work or caretaking. You've taken the stoic ideal of self-control to a pathological extreme, believing you must have absolute command over any internal state that might disturb the external world. Your stoicism is devoid of peace, fueled by fear. So who does the neglected daughter become? She becomes an adult of immense strength and hidden fracture. These are not personality traits, but coping strategies etched into marble. You are the human Geiger counter, entering every room to read the emotional radiation levels, modulating yourself to lower the collective dose. You are the apathetic romantic, maintaining relationships with a secret walled-off citadel inside, avoiding conflict because it was once the precursor to love's withdrawal. You are the productivity ghost, tying your worth exclusively to output, unable to rest without guilt, seeing burnout as a moral failing. You are the boundaryless fortress, with walls miles high against emotional intrusion, yet unable to say no to any demand on your energy. You are the emotional alchemist, transmuting anger into overwork, sadness into cleaning, your feelings always in disguise. You are the memory architect, with a childhood recalled as an emotional blur, or from a third-person distance, a dissociative defense. The first step of healing is not fixing. It is witnessing. It is to stop gaslighting yourself and to look at these patterns with the heartbreaking curiosity of an archaeologist discovering a lost child. Begin to catch the moments when you feel that familiar urge to shrink, to make yourself small and useful. Pause. Ask the silent child inside, "What do you need?" The answer won't come in words at first. It may be a tight jaw, a hollow stomach. Just sit with it. You are learning your own native emotional language. This healing is the sacred work of excavating the someone who was always there, buried under the rubble of other people's needs. It is radical, gentle reparenting. It starts with micro moments of what will feel like selfishness. Drinking water when you're thirsty, not when you've earned it. Saying, "I need a moment," instead of an automatic yes. You must practice inner child reparenting, a neurological rewiring. When the old ache of loneliness surfaces, speak to that little girl. "I see you. You are not too much. Your needs are valid. I am here, and I am not leaving." You must engage in shadow work, bringing your banished anger and neediness into the light with compassion. Your anger is a boundary that was never allowed. Your neediness is the fundamental human desire for connection, finally speaking its name. This path is not about blame. It is about acknowledging the impact of what was missing, so you can stop missing yourself. As Carl Jung wrote, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. For you, this is the ultimate frontier. To accept not just the competent, giving woman you had to become, but the fragile, furious, yearning child you were forced to hide. You are not broken. You are a complex, elegant survival machine that has outlived its original purpose. The goal is not to dismantle the fortress, but to finally move out of the guard tower and into the warm, lived-in rooms, to build a hearth, to open a window. You were not born to be a silent monument to other people's comfort. You were born to be a living, breathing, feeling being. The journey from neglect to wholeness is the journey from being a ghost in your own story to becoming its author. It is the most sacred work you will ever do. Remember, you are not here to be fixed. You are here at long last to be found. Thank you very much for watching. If this topic resonated with you or helped you understand yourself a little better, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in psychology, inner processes, and deeper self-understanding. And if you have ideas or questions for future videos, write them in the comments as well. We'll explore them together.